And her voice is amazing. And she's beautiful. And it's smooth as silk. And musically, it's got a groove. It's lovely. But I'm already calling it. Something weird is going to happen.
I had no idea.
Way millions of reactions have happened on YouTube with millions of views if this is all it is. Okay? Seriously. I'm just calling it now.
It did seem fishy, but I didn't know what was so fishy about it.
Sounds amazing. Effortless. Oh, this is it. They're segueing. It's a segue into something. You can already feel it. Keep playing it. Okay, I pushed the wrong button. I was so freaked out.
Oh, you guys remember that? Yeah, that was me 3 years ago. 3 years and 100,726 subscribers ago. Yes, this was my first reaction ever to Ginger Pisces. Oddly enough, we just put that on the wall. I think we need to talk about this again, shall we? Yes, let's. Some people say ignorance is bliss. That's not true. I'm still pretty ignorant. Hey everybody, my name is OldSkuleNerd. And yes, that was me 3 years ago doing what every YouTube reactor does. They check out Ginger for the first time and then freak the hell out. 3 years from now, I have now seen Ginger twice and still blown away by how amazing they are as a live band and with the album Wallflower. They just took groove metal to a whole new, just groove metal to a new level. Yeah, so oddly enough, I thought it was interesting that the day that I put that on the wall, let's revisit the first reaction I ever did. And Napalm Records was like, hey, OldSkuleNerd, remember when you first ever did a reaction to Ginger? Like, yeah. We're still laughing about it. Oh, thanks. And they're like, hey, new live version coming out. You want to check it out? And I'm like, yeah. And here we are. There you go. All right. So this one was recorded live. This is presented by Napalm Records. Yeah, I believe this one was done in Los Angeles. Funny enough, when I saw Ginger the first time with Pisces, I, like a lot of reactors and people who don't understand harsh vocals, I didn't understand how the embouchure and the throats and the vocal cords and the positioning of the jaw and all those things in a technique as a vocal instrument achieve such resonance and such low-end depths, even in someone with such a beautifully melodic, just sultry voice like Tatiana has. So I thought it was a mic trick like a lot of people did. And so I immediately said, let's check it out. So my second reaction video ever was the live performance of Who's Gonna Be the One. And I was set straight. And I also fell in love with that band, not just for the amazing vocals of Tatiana, but the amazing rhythm section of Eugene and Vlad. And I got the privilege to meet Vlad in Austin. Amazing guy, amazing pianist. I mean, he's an amazing piano player. He's an okay drummer too. And of course, Roman, who layers all those melodics. Such a guitar phrase god to be up there by himself on a band with such dynamic sound and creativity. And he holds it down by himself on that guitar. It's just amazing. All right, here we go. Pisces live, presented by Napalm Records in Los Angeles. Press play. All right, I want to talk about Eugene, and it's a great time to do it because he's in his element right here. Outstanding bass player. And to me, the epicenter of groove metal, of what we now know as groove metal, really took shape in 2018, 16 to 18, and into the 2020s. As a lot of these Ginger songs really took off, everyone was looking at, whoa, they would see Tatiana's range and her technique and her vocals, but they were also checking out what was this funky groove going on between Vlad and Eugene. And Eugene is an amazing bass player, but not just on the low end. He's a melodic accent bass player. He'll throw it all over the map. And he helps support the melodic tones brought forth by Roman. Roman will layer in excellent guitar chord phrasing to give a weight and a power. But with Eugene's unique way of approaching the way he plays the bass, with his note structure, similar to stuff that's done by Peter DeRea of Seven Spires, I liken Peter and Eugene into the same category. They're both bass players that can create a second layer of melodic tone to follow in the arc of the musical storytelling in a composition. It's like having another guitarist that's playing a bass. And it's very interesting to where Eugene does this. And it's one of the reasons why both Eugene and Peter DeRea of Seven Spires are my two favorite bassists currently playing music right now. Now, there's a lot out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of amazing bass players. But those two guys set a standard on blending the rhythm section, the bass foundation, but yet still being able to assist that melodic dynamic that usually is accompanied only by keys, guitars, and other melodic instruments. To turn the bass from just a core foundational rhythm section instrument into something that is creative and something that can give a weight and yet also a dynamic into the storytelling musically of a song, something very few guys do. And they really hold on to that in Ginger. And when you have someone like Vlad who doesn't have preconceived notions of what it is to be a drummer, why? Because Vlad's not a drummer. He'll tell you. And if he doesn't, Eugene will. Do you like our piano player? Yes, Vlad, he's our piano player. It's because he is. He's a classically trained piano player. We'll talk about more about that later, but let's get into the second verse. All right, let's talk about Vlad. Okay. So many of the videos that I react to with Ginger talk about Tatiana's voice, so it was really cool for me to talk about Vlad here. I think one of the reasons why I enjoy this rhythm section so much between Eugene and Vlad is because normally when you have a dynamic bass player, it usually lends that you have a drummer that supports that. In this case, you have both of them supporting each other. Vlad's approach to drumming is more like a jazz drummer than it is a metal drummer. If you ever go see JINJER Live, you'll want to know why the hell he has a hi-hat next to his kick drum on the ground where he can't reach it with his sticks. That's so he can actually get that whoosh sound without the ambient noise of hitting all the everything else, drowning out that soft whoosh sound when he opens and closes that hi-hat on the floor. Another thing that he does is he uses the drums in the same structure and thought process that he does when he plays the piano. Remember, he's a classically trained pianist who literally, if you put him in front of a piano, he will blow your mind more than he does when he's behind a drum kit. And that's saying something because he's an outstanding drummer. Now, what I mean by the complexity of being a piano player with the same instances of him being a drummer is the following. Do you ever see a piano player play with one hand? No. What do? They play treble and bass clef. Much like when a guitarist is usually only playing the treble clef, and then you have the bass clef being played by the bass player. You put them together and you have a whole composition. Piano players can do both of the same side. Left is bass clef, right is on the treble side. Well, he does the same thing with drumming. He'll do the rhythms and accents at the same time because not only does he have two hands and 2 feet, but his process of thinking is not only am I going to play the high end, but I'm also going to layer in a whole second section to make the drumming seem even bigger, more elaborate, and layered. A lot of drummers take a long time to learn how to do this, but because he took the same discipline that it takes to left brain, right brain, both hands on a piano, and applied that to his drumming style, he was able to pick it up extremely fast. Extremely fast. And Vlad is one of the best drummers in metal right now, especially in this groove creative style. People think of Mark from Periphery and a few others that really can just layer in a bunch of styles at whim. Vlad is one of those guys. Funny enough, he hasn't been with the band very long. A lot of people realize that when they recorded Pisces and they did that live show in the Ukraine where they did Who's Gonna Be the One and that live venue crowd was really kind of when he started with the band. And he hadn't been a drummer very long. So to see how far he's come and how he's just taken ownership of it and how people look at him in a live performance and go, man, he's one of the most dynamic drummers in the world and he's a piano player. That's the joke. The funny thing about it is the joke's funny because it's true.
Los Angeles! Do you want to sing along with me? Come on!
I do. Come on.
I never told child, shivering inside, drowned in the liquid gold. Come on, this is a nice part. You can do it. Cherish his life to the end. Make me flash around the winter cries. Thank you so very much.
All right. That's the queen right there. Beautiful, gentle person. Tatiana and Lena Scissorhands. Very similar people. both scary on stage. Off stage, the most lovingly beautiful people on the planet that just want peace and happiness through the world. And it's beautiful to see. Of course, can't say enough about Roman. He's as prolific on the guitar as he is with the flop hats he wears. And that he's got such a laid-back street style. And it just kind of goes around with all the movement and power and groove in the stances and movements that Eugene does on one side of the stage. Roman rarely moves anything but his feet to his pedals and his hands all over his guitar. That is Ginger Pisces Live. My name is OldSkuleNerd, and it's been 3 years. 3 years, 100,000 subscribers. It all started with the original one that took me 22 minutes to do a reaction to a 4-minute and 47-second song. And today, I'm obviously getting better because I'm at 18 minutes and it's a 5-minute song. So still not doing well, but I am kind of doing better. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.